Good morning, dear students, and welcome to my online class of chemistry. I hope that you all are fine during this pandemic period of COVID 19. So, now I request to all the students to don't go outside and follow the social distancing and be safe. So, today I am going to teach you a very important topic of chemistry, that is matter and its composition. This is the chapter 1 from your book. So let's start our topic, matter. Now we'll discuss about matter. Matter is the basic substance of which all the materials that is living and non-living are made of. That means all the matters are consisting of living things and non-living things. Or you can say that matter is the substance which occupy space and has mass and perceived by our sense. So, now what do we find? We find that matter means anything that has mass and occupy space. Remember that matter means anything that has mass and occupy space are called matter. And the matter may be invisible to the eye because they are made up of very tiny particles. Okay, so we know about that. Matter means that anything that has mass and occupy space. So as we know that matter is the basic substance of which all the materials, that means it consisting of both the living as well as non-living. So living things, here you see the diagram, living things, it can includes that people, that means human beings, plants, animals, and the non-livings are divided into two parts. They are known as what? Natural non-living and man-made. That means matter is divided into two parts, that is living and non-living, and living things are consisting of people or the human beings, plants, animals, and non-livings, they are divided into two parts, that is natural and man-made. Here you one more thing remember, that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, and matter in any state is composed of small particles, that is atoms, molecules or ions. That means all the matters are made up of atoms, molecules or ions. So now will we discuss about that atoms, because you know that atoms, that matter are made up of atoms. So what do you mean by atoms? Atoms means they are very tiny particles which cannot be exist independently but take part in the chemical reactions. For example, see oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, these are the atoms and they are very teeny particles which cannot be exist independently. So molecules are also the teeny particles but they can exist independently. As we know that atoms cannot be exist independently, so they combine with each other and form that molecule. That means when two atoms or more than two atoms combine together, they form molecules. Let's take example. Here you see oxygen. Two atoms of oxygen, when combined together, they form oxygen molecule, O2. Here another example, see carbon monoxide. Here you remember that they may be combined with the similar atoms or they combine with the different atoms. So carbon monoxide, when one atom of carbon combined with one atom of oxygen, they form carbon monoxide. See here another example, that is carbon dioxide. That means when one atom of carbon combined with two atoms of oxygen, they form that carbon dioxide molecule. And here another example, that is methane, CH4. Here also one carbon atom combined with four hydrogen atom, then it form what? Methane. So molecule means when more than two atoms, more than one atoms combined together, they form molecule. So now ions. Ions means it is the charged particles which are formed by gain or loss of electrons by an atom. See here an example, fluorine. Fluorine is an atom. It will be gain that one electrons and form that fluoride ion. So matter in any state is composed of small particles, that is molecules, atoms or ions. So as from the definition of matter, we know that what? Anything that has occupied space and has mass are known as matter. So let's prove. Matter has mass and occupy space with an example. Let's see the example here. Here we are taking two similar balloons. One is red and other one is blue in color, and blow the air inside them. Then what we observe? We observe that the shape of the balloon changes and they become inflated. That means why they will be inflated? That means what? They will occupy space. Now, we suspended the two balloons in the two sides of the rod, and we find that the rod is in now balance. That means they have the same mass. But now if we puncture one of the balloon with the prick of the needle, then we will observe that the air will be escapes out from the balloon, and the meter scale, that means the rod, will be tilts towards the inflated balloon. Why? Because of the inflated balloon means the mass is there. So the meter rod will tilt towards the inflated balloons. So what we prove here? We prove that the air, which is a kind of matter, it occupies space and has a mass. That means the definition of matter, that means matter has mass and occupies space, here we proved. So from this experiment, what we conclude that? We conclude that the red balloons which containing air atoms in it have more mass than the blue balloon. So that what happened? When that the meter rod will tilts towards the red balloon because it has more mass. So it proves that air has a mass. Like that, as from the definition, matter will be occupy some space. That means the space occupied by the deflated balloon, that is blue color, is less than the red balloon. So what happened? When air will be escapes out, the meter rod will tilts out. That means the air will be escapes out, the balloon, the size of the balloon will be less. Thus it proves that what? The air occupies space. So here we prove that matter has mass and occupy space. So from this topic, we find that matter in any state is composed of small particles, that is molecules, atoms or ions, and matter means anything that occupies space and has mass. Now let's move on our next topic, that is states of matter. So matter can be found in three states, that is solid, liquid and gases. So example of solid are ice, stone, book, etc. And example of liquid, that is milk, kerosene, water, and that gases. The example of gas are, that is hydrogen gas, nitrogen, carbon dioxide or the water vapor, okay, the steam. These are the example of gases. So can you tell me that one example that the substance which can be found in three states? As we know that in this matter they are found in different states, that is stone, plant, etc. That means any one substance, that means which will found in the three states, that is known as what? Water. Water you can find out in all the three states. That is, see here, ice is the solid state, water is the liquid state and the vapor is the gaseous state. So water is the only one substance we can find in three different states, that is solid, liquid and gas. So in our next video we will discuss the properties of matter. Thank you.